walking your father's path. Every step taken is inevitably cast in the long shadow of his legacy. The path forward is crowned with hope, yet chained by inherited expectation, with each achievement measured against what came before. Even if you reach the summit, the demand persists to ascend even higher. When missteps occur and the inevitable fall arrives, it is often the doubters whose voice rings the loudest. Yet within this crucible of adversity, amid the echoes of disappointment and the chorus of disbelief, the true character is revealed. Now redemption calls to a rematch as Tim returns to reclaim what was once his, the unified super welterweight titles, against Sebastian Fundora. In the first bout, an accidental cut undoubtedly contributed to a split decision loss. Now he must confront the demons of his past, cast them aside, to reach for the promise of what lies ahead. Tim Tszyu, a classic pressure fighter with elements of a boxer puncher, thrives on closing distance, applying constant pressure and breaking down opponents with short, accurate combinations. Tszyu is methodical in his approach, using smart footwork to cut off the ring and target the body, gradually wearing opponents down. He's comfortable fighting at close to mid-range, where his power thrives. Defensively, he relies on a high guard and subtle head movement, but his main strength is his ability to dictate the tempo and keep opponents on the back foot. The towering inferno, Sebastian Fundora, is a unique outboxer swarmer due to his extraordinary height, reach, and engine for the super welterweight division. Standing at 6 foot 5.5 inches with an 80-inch reach, Fundora uses his long jab and straight cross to control distance and contain opponents. However, unlike most tall fighters, he often chooses to fight on the inside, using his uppercuts and ruthless work rate to overwhelm opponents in close quarters. His style is awkward and high volume, making him difficult to read and adapt to. Fundora's ability to switch between long-range boxing and inside fighting makes him a versatile and unpredictable opponent.
It's Harvey Doc. Good luck.
In boxing, they say you're only as good as your last fight, yet what's often overlooked are the growing pains from bruised skin, the quiet progression that unfolds between fights. In a sport where an inch can feel like miles, fighting a taller opponent is uniquely challenging. With a 9-inch height disadvantage, Tim was forced to punch up, limiting his punch selection, especially the uppercuts. The 10-inch reach gap added another layer of difficulty. The longer man is able to touch you from a distance where you're unable to reach back, forcing Tim to step in more than usual when covering the gap. Fundora fought much more disciplined this time around, fully utilizing his physical advantages, focusing on working behind his telephone jab.
Done it from the inside. That really Tim Tszyu having second thoughts right now, even throwing.
His bladed stance added another layer of complexity for Tim. For an outboxer, the stance allows the lead shoulder to point directly at the opponent, providing the ability to shoot the jab faster while maximizing its reach.
Still looks a bit shaky on his legs here.
With the rear shoulder pulled back, the right hand is fully loaded, adding for full rotation and added power.
He asked his cutman, Mark Gambit, ready a nightmare. The towering inferno is lit here, not against Fundora. Well, he's not doing the thing they're supposed to do.
By aggressively shooting his jab, Fundora took early control of the fight, pushing Tszyu back. This was crucial because Tim, as an offensive fighter, relies on dictating the pace from the front foot. Being pushed back put him at a stylistic disadvantage, often relegating him to a counterpuncher role. With Fundora's jab constantly clogging the attacking lane, Tim had to rely on timing, waiting for Fundora to step in before making his move. Aware of this, Fundora kept Tim at bay with pestering jabs, disciplined and not overcommitting. But when Tim thought he found the right moment to hook off Fundora's jab, he was nailed with the hammering right, driving him to the canvas.
Well timed. Both hit each other actually like he did in the first fight. Try to hook, and he got.
When facing a disciplined boxer with overwhelming reach, everything changes. Fundora kept the attacking range clogged at all times with his punches, even if they didn't land.
And now he's not aiming for the head, he's going for the chest. Two straight right hands that landed so
always opening and closing exchanges with jabs, denying Tim of any opportunities of following up.
His legs are under him.
I think the jab is still there, but I think Tim Tszyu is doing a fantastic job.
If Tim tries to counter Fundora without stepping in, his shots will fall short unless he overcommitted by stepping in. But Fundora's bladed stance kept him safe, tucking his chin behind his lead shoulders to defend against the left hook. If Tim overcommitted and lost his balance, Fundora would immediately punish him. As the taller boxer, Fundora had the advantage of generating power by punching up, splitting Tim's guard with his uppercuts from a blindside, making the punches nearly impossible to see.
For that big left cross from Fundora. It was a counter right. Topped that number twice in the first 3 rounds. 54 landed overall to 74 thrown at 20.
Just makes it so easy. He's got the advantage.
But it only matters if you know how to use it, and he's really learned.
But that's the thing. People did not believe that he could do it. And he's showing us it.
To make matters worse, Fundora's chin devoured Tim's best punches like it were appetizers.
Beautiful right hook right there.
But you can't get careless because Tim Tszyu is looking for that shot. This is the only way to...
Chewing it up and spitting back combinations.
He was eating those straight punches, but that really, you mentioned, Bernardo, that's the only way you can do it and over.
With the distance control and getting the better of the exchanges, Tim was just a dead man walking. He did everything his heart allowed, but the punishment was just accumulating.
And continue to use his range and not get too greedy because Tim's
left hook from Fundora. Oof, straight this. Jab. You miss, I make you pay. And he's getting...
All respect to Tim. Never once did he surrender, even after being knocked down in the first round. His performance revealed not a lack of will, but the depth of his heart. He gave everything he had. Though shown his limitations in defeat, his heart remains undeniable, and his corner deserves credit for prioritizing his well-being. There's always a choice. Let a warrior fall on his shield, or preserve him to fight another day. Fundora has demonstrated what so many boxers strive for, yet rarely achieve: progression of the style, especially for the super welterweight division. A mountain few dare to climb, especially if his chin continues to prove as sturdy as it did this fight. In a division crowded by lions, he'll go fang for fang against the fiercest lions of this era.
Left hook right there from
Fundora. So even if he's punching from a distance, he's still getting hit. He's got to find his way toward...
Take that step forward when he throws that right hand.
He ate 2 clean, hard left hands there. A lot of pride. Both guys exude heart, passion. The fight is done. Sebastian Fundora. This is the reaction from Fundora's corner.
Oh, yeah.